For comps in New Hampshire. So we'll just go and we'll pull a comp from a property that we've done. So we'll do 23 John Street in Raymond. That's one of our active properties. So we'll get into Narren. We'll go in here, find out the county. In this case, it's Rockingham County. 23 John Street. Okay, so this gives us all the property information that we need basically to pull our comps and year built, bedrooms, bathrooms, square footage, all that type of stuff. So this is what we will use to fill in our information here. So you're going to want to go to Paragon. Search, residential, property type. It's a single family home. If it's a mobile home, you type that in. If it's a condo, you put that in. If it's a multi-family, you need to search in a separate box here, which would be multi. Excuse me. So we're going to do active, active under contract, pending, and closed. We're going to do Raymond, New Hampshire. And we are going to look right now. One thing that I like to do kind of right out of the gate is take a look at what the style of the house is. So this is a cape. So that's going to be one of your best comp sources too. So we're just going to do cape. Put that in there. And then we're going to go right down here to the date that it was potentially closed. So we'll go back to, like, say, June 1st. Boom, 13 capes right out of the gate, without us even putting anything else in. That kind of really narrows things down. If we do a max bedroom count of 3, that does it even more. So let's go take a look at what we got. Okay, and let's pull up 23 John Street. Okay, we don't have the photos in right now on that one, but you're going to want to reference the photos that we have of this just to get kind of an idea of what's comparable. So we see that one sold for 145,000. Why did it sell for that low? What was the deal? Looks like a disaster. So let's open this up, see what's going on. So 1940s Cape. This one sold for 300. Just one picture. So that's a tough one to really kind of get an idea of what comps would be. That's 1977 though, so that's better on the year built. So this one's pending at 369, 2,000 square feet. Ours is only 1,300. So only 4 days on the market. This one went pretty quick. Nice kitchen. Open concept. So yeah, definitely showed well. So I would use one of these on kind of our higher end. But then you just, you're jumping into, higher end right out of the gate. So we're thinking, this property would be listed for 350 to 380. And we've seen in the last 3 months that we've got 300 that sold, but we don't even know what's going on. And that's the same. This is almost the same year, same build that our house is. So you probably got a similar guy that built this property. And then you jump up to 2,000 square feet, went under contract quickly. I'd likely give this a call, see, how much did it go over asking, how quickly, how many offers. Take a look at this one on Stratton Lane, see what the difference is. So yeah, it's a dormered cape with the dormers up there on the roof. Nice yard. Shows really nicely. So this wouldn't really be a comp to what we're looking for here. So I would take this comp, I'd take this comp, and then I would go in and I would try to find another comp, let's say in our price range. So we'll say 300,000 to 400,000 is what we want to be at. And then there's only 3 comps available, and I'll bump this range back a little bit. And again, now that I'm bumping this back, taking all things into consideration, that the market's changed a little bit. So I've got one here for 333 that's sold. Forced air. Just by the looks of the basement, this looks like it's probably 40s, so it definitely seems older. Decent condition, but new carpet. So it gives us an idea, like this 330 range could be something that we're in at. Then we got a 350. This has got a decent 2-car garage, and there's no photos on it, so I don't really want to even compare that. So yeah, I'd probably go the 6 Richards Court, the 3 McCusker Lane. I'd throw in this one right here on the 14 green, just to say, like, look, this is a pretty good one. And then you can see us here at 379. So this, if we now go look kind of at the pictures, looks decent, but it's a smaller house. Doesn't have as much space. Doesn't show as well. So we probably came in and listed this property too high. We probably should have come in and listed this property at like 349, 355, somewhere in that range. And we would have been more received. So that's why we really kind of want to have the plan with the property, what our highs and our lows are. And then, this would be a high. And this is the kind of the condition that the buyers are going to expect our property to be in if they're going to want to purchase it. So, our condition of the property is less than this. This is a more desirable home, and right now we're listed for more. So a price reduction is probably something that we're going to have to do. So in recap, I would say those are the 3 properties that I would use. Go back here, get the property information that we need, pump that into our criteria here, and follow this kind of method to refine. Getting the style of house is super important. Getting the date that it was closed was important. It really narrowed things down. If you don't have any, splits or capes or anything like that in that time period, that's okay. But that's kind of a good rule of thumb. And then to really get more granular, You can go in and add year built. So, 1940 to let's say 2000. So it gives us a 60-year window of when houses were built. Is there any garages? We could put 0. I tend to find that when we do mess around with garage capacity, it throws something off, so I don't even do that. I just see a garage and I'll either add it or discount it to the comp. Square footage, I like to do a range of 20% below what we have. So, if it's 1,300 square feet, you'll do 1,300 times 80%. So it'd be roughly, just call it 1,150. And then I like to do 20% above, so we'd do 1,300 times 120%. So then it'd be, let's say 1,600. So that gives us our range and narrows down the search even more. Again, if you're not getting a true comp set, you might have to back that out or expand it a little bit, but it kind of gives you the idea of what you can do to narrow down, because you really only want 3 to 4 good comps is really ideal. And a similar thing too is that you're going to want to go, just like with the mass training, you're going to want to go and see what the proximity of these properties are. So how close are these properties that we're comping to the subject property? So that is New Hampshire comps. It's pretty simple once you get used to it.